guys, I'm back. I was gone for 1 week and it felt terrible. I was horribly sick, so this podcast I'm gonna be talking in a very low voice, but just pretend that I am a jazz singer being interviewed, because they're always like very calm and they sound cool and shit. But I just like I feel better. I just don't want to strain my voice. I did that the other day. It was so stupid. Like I was feeling better and then something so stupid happened. Like I didn't even need to be loud about it, but basically my family's getting back into the art form of peanut butter and jelly, and my stepdad got a new jelly, and so we were just all really excited and I screamed about it. And I know that's not, I couldn't go to a doctor with that, so that was my mistake and I take that. Yeah, but yeah, I don't want to fucking strain my voice again. It hurts so bad. I was sick for I don't even know how many days, like 10 days or something, but it was so weird to not be here. But I definitely couldn't have done it because I didn't have any voice. But honestly, speaking in a soothing voice is kind of my nightmare, because I in general have the personality of a machine gun. So like even when I like read my daughter or like sing to my daughter like lullabies at night, I sound like DMX. Like I'm not a very soft talking person. So this is difficult for me, but we all have our trials and tribulations in life. So in the grand scheme, this is literally nothing. But Frank and I were just talking about how it's so weird because we've been doing this like every week for the past like 7 months. So to not see each other for a week, I was like, I don't even remember Frank's face anymore. Like if I tried to draw him, I simply couldn't. But that's only because I'm the world's worst artist. I actually used to want to be a tattoo artist when I was younger, and my guidance counselor in high school was like, what's your plan B? And I was like, I don't have one. I'm putting my all in this. And he was like, definitely come up with something, because this ain't it. Like he said that, and he worked at a school, and he's like, this isn't it for you. Definitely don't do this. Like maybe have you thought about being a stripper, because that might be better for you than this, because you can't draw for shit. And I was like, I'll figure it out. And I think that some people have talent in many ways and other people like can learn, but it's one of those things that I couldn't ever do. It's like if I just wanted to be taller, like I could take as many art classes as I want. I can't do it. I actually one time I drew something in art class and my teacher laughed at me and he felt really bad after, but I remembered that. So that was definitely scarring, to say the least. So yeah, so it's so weird because I really missed doing this podcast. Like I physically missed you guys, which is weird because you don't talk to me. I mean, you talk to me on Twitter and Instagram, which is really nice, but Frank talks to me a little bit in here, but nobody talks to me when I'm in here. I feel like if my mute parents went on a cruise without me, because even though they don't talk to me, it's like the overall presence and energy is like missing from my life. My parents actually went on a cruise when I was younger. They were always like going out without us, which was ridiculous because their marriage was like already in shambles. They could have brought me to Bermuda, but anyway, they went on a cruise without us, and my grandparents had to watch us. And I said to my grandma, I was like, I want to write them a letter because I miss them. And she was like, oh, you're a special kind of stupid, because there is no address to the sea. And from that day forward, I've hated her. No, I'm kidding. She was very much like, if you're being dumb, I'm gonna let you know that you're dumb, because you can't progress being that stupid. But I always tried to write people letters. Like even though I lived with my mom, I always tried to write her letters and shit. She would read them. She was extremely polite, but she was like, please develop friendships, because I don't like this. Like I don't know why you're 7 and writing me letters all the time. And I am convinced my love of writing letters is why I've had 2 boyfriends in jail, because I had pen pals. But one of them was worth it. The other one is a garbage human being. One of them is like, he's one of my best friends now and he's wonderful, and I would walk on hot coals for him, but not like for him, but definitely like in spite. If he was like, oh, you can't walk on these hot coals, I'd be like, oh my god, you're so stupid, watch me do it, and I would do it. But if someone was like, walk on hot coals, or I'll kill him, I'd be like, bitch, what have you gone into? Like, no. What, you're gonna ruin my fucking Sunday, making me burn my feet. I imagine it would be a Sunday in this hostage situation. But I also, I don't know if this is a joke that I've never heard of, but my daughter, 4 years old, precious little baby angel, said to me, what day of the week do you eat ice cream? And I was like, I don't know. She goes, Sunday. And I said, sweetie, that's fucking funny. Like, you're only 4, so it's not like, you know, I'm not gonna write to the New Yorker about this joke, but for a 4-year-old, that was great. So I don't know if she heard it in school or she came up with it, but either way, I've definitely decided I'm gonna keep her because she is on her road to being a comedian. Like, she genuinely, she's a lot like me, where she gauges the relationships in her life on like laughter, like how if she makes them laugh and they make her laugh kind of thing, which is not ideal, but it's what I do also. So I don't know, of all the qualities she could get, that's not a horrible one. She's cool. I didn't get to see her when I was sick, which was like really sad, but also it was really nice. And I told her that, you know, I was like, we need space every now and then. She's like, I get it. But I definitely started to miss her horribly. So we FaceTimed a little bit, and then I finally saw her, and she was like, what? I was like, I haven't seen you in a week. And she's like, okay. I was like, whatever, fucking, I don't know, like, have emotional attachment to me or something. But that, I forget which Teen Mom it was, you know, from that horrible show Teen Mom, that said her and her daughter were taking time apart from each other to do their own thing, and the kid was like 4 or 5, and the mother was, I don't know, at that point, I mean, if she was a teenager, she was probably like 23 when the kid was 4, and that's one of the dumbest things ever. Like, just say you're a bad mom. You're taking time apart to pursue separate interests. What the fuck are you talking about? Name one thing your kid does that they would be better off without you. Like, are they gonna color dinosaurs better when mommy is doing this publicity thing? Because you're a horrible person. That's not even up for debate. Like, you're a horrible person if you leave your kid to be like, no, we're like doing our own thing right now. That's so shitty. Frank opened the blinds in here because I specifically asked him to, and I knew it would distract me, and it is distracting me. I'm like a puppy. I'm like, oh, look at all these buses. Like, I've never fucking seen a bus before. Stupid me. What else? Oh, so I went to the doctor, obviously, because I was sick. I went to 2 different doctors, because originally I went to the holistic doctor, because he's my main man. I don't know if I've ever talked about that on here, but, like, I pretty much primarily go to holistic doctors. I really feel exactly like a jazz singer right now. Like, I'm just so relaxed that it's actually making me stressed out. So I went to my holistic doctor, and then I went to another doctor, and the reason I went to 2 doctors is because I thought I had tetanus. So here's why I thought I had tetanus. Because I cut my finger really bad on a metal fence when I was drinking, and I got real nervous, and then my jaw hurt. So obviously I know all the symptoms of tetanus. I'm not a barbarian. So I was like, fuck, dude, I have tetanus. This is so unlike me. And I went to the holistic doctor, and he was like, no, you don't have tetanus. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get my blood taken just to make sure. And so I went to the regular doctor to get my blood taken, and she was like, you probably don't have tetanus. And I was like, just take my fucking blood, dude. Like, it's not a game. Like, I don't want an opinion on it. Like, show me lab results that say I don't have fucking tetanus. So she took my blood. I went there before work on a Saturday, and I went at like 8 a.m. This woman definitely started doing coke around 6 a.m. because she came in like a wrecking ball. If you're watching the video podcast right now, for some reason I've laid my hair out in a way that it's like a blanket atop me. I feel like a princess. But so she came in very fired up, which it's not what you want when you're sick. Like, on a regular day, it's like, all right, this is fine, you know, she's fun. But when you're sick, you're like, be 85% less coked up. That would be really great for me. So she took a giant, like one of those really long cotton swabs. She put it to the back of my throat because my throat was killing me, obviously. And she goes, oh, no gag reflex, my husband wishes, wink. And I was like, okay, first of all, I love your personality. I love the energy that you're putting out there. This is great, but also be a medical professional because I'm very sick right now. Like, my throat is closing up. And you're here making jokes with me, and I don't love it. So, like, I'm nervous for my life, and we're talking about your husband, and then, what else did she say? She was just like, she was really something. What else did she, you know what else she did? She tried to vaccinate me, which, one, made me feel like a baby, and, two, I was already really sick, so she was like, you should probably get the tetanus vaccine, because I don't even know when the last time I had it, like, I was vaccinated. So she went to vaccinate me, and I said, hang on, aren't you not supposed to vaccinate someone if they're already sick? And she says, this is what she says to me. She said, no, you really shouldn't. And I was like, so I shouldn't get a vaccine right now? She was like, not really. That was what my doctor said to me. She said, I mean, not really. Okay. Now, if I didn't know this, that was like my first day of being sick. It progressed to like 5 days, to the point where they called me and they were like, you should definitely go to the emergency room. And I said, hard pass, buddy. Not gonna do that. Because you know what? Honest to God, if this is how I look at my health. If I die, I die. I take pretty good care of myself. I eat healthy enough food. I take a ton of vitamins. So if something happens like that, I would rather die in my home at 23 than go to the emergency room, die there, or get like vitamins. I don't know. I have a really fucked up way of looking at it, but also I won't do it, you know? There's stuff on my body that I haven't even gotten checked out. I'm like, you know what, if it's fucking cancer, it's fucking cancer. It'll get me either way. So, God forbid, though. Oh, my God. So, where was I? Oh, so, yeah. So, she tried to give me a vaccine, which would have made me horribly fucking ill. And okay, so for anyone, obviously, we all have basic knowledge of vaccines at this point, but for anyone that doesn't know, when you get a vaccine, you get a small dose of the illness that you're trying to fight, and your body produces antibodies to go fight that disease so that you become immune to it, at least for a few years. Immune is not really the right word, but you're safe from it for a little bit of time, okay? So but I'm already sick. So it's like if I had 300 pounds of weights on my back and my body was trying to lift that and make sure it doesn't crush me to death, and then someone was like, hey, would it be cool if I put a tractor trailer on your back? I'd be like, no, wait till I get this shit off and then maybe we'll talk about that. That's what she was essentially doing. And I said, like, no, I don't feel like you should make me really horribly sick. And she was like, I get where you're coming from. You're right. So I don't hate her, though, because as I've said before, many podcasts, if you're a nice person, you can just do anything to me. It's just horrible. But she was really nice. Everyone at this urgent care place was so nice. It was like I was an investor when I walked in there. Like, they were so nice to me. So here's some dumb shit of mine that you guys missed out on while I was away. I went to a bookstore, and when I was there, the doors of the bookstore did not, let me try this whole thing again. So I was at a bookstore, and they didn't have automatic doors there. Now, my millennial ass was thrown off by this. Like, I got to the doors, and they weren't automatic, so I looked at them, and I was like, well, and this annoys me so much because I was already in the store when this happened. So I opened the doors to get in, and then when I was leaving, I was like, oh my God, I'm trapped, which is so fucking stupid. And obviously I was perplexed by myself. So then I'm standing in the doorway for way too long, and then there was a woman and another woman, I should have just said two women. There was two women behind me, and I was like, oh my god, I've been standing here for way too fucking long. So I looked back at them and go, I'm sorry, I was thinking. Oh my god, and I was like, why the fuck would I say that? Why would I say I was thinking? Because now I look stupid. So, oh my god, I was so annoyed with myself because a lot of times I feel like someone's just feeding information into my brain, and then when I get to something where I'm even a little bit thrown off, the people in my brain go, bye, and they leave me there to fend for myself, and I say dumb shit like staring at a door and saying, I'm thinking. Oh, I was so annoyed with myself. I was like, why must I act so dumb? What's some other shit? Oh, you know what? I have a really big pet peeve, and I know I've talked about this before, but I need to talk about it again because it's so severe in my heart. I think that convenience fees should be burned to death, or whoever came up with them, they get burned to death too with their idea. Like, I had to register from some shit the other day, and this shit was expensive, and they charged me a $20 convenience fee. Are you out of your fucking mind? You are the one who has been convenienced by me doing this online. If I come in there, that's what's gonna inconvenience you. Cause now I'm waiting online, I'm taking up time. That's a big fucking wad of horse shit. That's how serious I feel about this. It makes me violently angry. Violently. Like, shipping and handling being an excess charge, I understand that. Convenience fee being a charge, I don't fucking get that at all. That's bullshit. Shit like that makes me dislike America a lot. I don't know if they have it in other countries, probably, but personally, I'm very angry, very attacked. What's another pet peeve that I wanted to... Oh, I don't like when people sleep with their phones right next to their heads. I never sleep with my phone next to my face, ever. Do you? You just looked up so fast.
No, I don't do that. I'll have it charged next to me. Like, it'll be in the bed, but it's also... Nah, I don't sleep... When you say right next to you, what do you mean?
On the bed with you.
Sometimes. Like,
Never.
Usually it's just because the charger, that's where the charger goes.
But you put it there.
What, the charger?
Yeah.
Well, the way our bedroom setup is kind of weird. So, it kind of goes right between the bed. The charger goes right between the bed. If there was a way for the charger to go onto the side, not on the bed, then I would do it that way. But, yeah.
Do you have one charger between the two of you?
Yeah.
You share a charger?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a love I've never known.
Because I'm too lazy to get another one.
Oh, no. Like, if my daughter had a phone and tried to share a charger with me, I would say, no, buddy, why don't you take your tricycle and go get yourself a charger?
Okay, so who was actually the bad guy then? That you wouldn't share your charger?
I never said I wasn't the bad guy.
Oh.
But I am the reasonable guy. So, no, I wouldn't, I don't like, but I think that sleeping with the charger, that was actually my next thing. That makes it even worse. But sleeping with the phone on the bed is like, it's like ingesting a spoonful of radiation. Like, you just shouldn't have it near you. And I don't like that you do that, and now I'm concerned for you. And the fact that it's plugged in, lock eyes with me. The fact that it's plugged in makes it so much more likely to explode and just burn you and your girlfriend's heads off.
I thought that only happens with the Androids.
Wrong.
Is this based off of any proof?
I don't know.
Is there any iPhones that have exploded that I don't know about?
Yeah, definitely. Look it up. Look it up on your little microwave. But I know someone who's her ex-boyfriend, thank God they're not together anymore because he is as dumb as a fucking brick. He would not be in the same room as a microwave while a microwave was microwaving because of the amount of radiation, but had a fucking cell phone, like, had all this shit, like, had a Bluetooth in his ear. Like, you're exposed to radiation every fucking day, like.
Yeah, especially now. It's just all
right.
over the place.
I understand not being not standing with your head in front of the microwave. You're not supposed to do that shit, obviously, you know? Like, for some reason, every time I'm near a microwave, if it's at, like, stomach level, I cover my ovaries, because you don't know. But to leave the room when a microwave is going, that's like new baby shit. Like, that's like a toddler, like, that doesn't understand things. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just extra, and it's dumb, and I'm glad he's not in our lives anymore. That was just the tip of the iceberg, though. He was dumb. That's the thing, too. Like, in general, I don't mind dumb people at all. Like, I'll explain shit to you forever. But if you think you're smart and you're really dumb, oh, we're gonna get into a fucking trivia battle, dude. Like, I'm gonna fight you with my mouth. That sounded like sexual, but it's not sexual. It's aggressive. And oh, dude, I hated him. Like, he thought he was so right about everything. Sometimes I think about him and I grind my teeth into sand. That's how much I don't like fucking know-it-all dumb people. Ugh. Huge pet peeve. I almost strained my fucking voice thinking about him. Anyway. What else was I gonna say? This isn't really a pet peeve, but something that people do that makes me nervous is when people go home with people they just met at bars. I understand it. I was just about to say the sentence. This is what I was gonna say is, now I understand the need to get your rocks off. I've never spoken like that in my life because I'm not a cop from the 1940s. But I understand. I get it. You know, we all do it. But I'm acting like a really understanding guidance counselor right now, and I hate that I'm doing that. Or like a dorm advisor, like when you're in college. I'm like, listen, kids, I get it. You're gonna have sex, all right? Just be safe. But I don't, it makes me nervous. Like, I would never, ever go home with someone that I didn't know at all. If we don't have one mutual friend, oh my God, it's never happening. That's so scary because that really feeds into my two biggest fears, which is one, getting an STD, or two, getting my organs stolen. That's, no, and then, like, to go home with someone, if you bring them back to your house, now they know where you live. Like, if they just want to come there and kill you, or worse, like, come over and, like, steal all your TV remotes, what is to stop them? Now they know where you live. Or if you go to their house, now you don't know if they have a regular kitchen or if they have a giant freezer where they will soon place your organs. I can't get my head around it. I mean, I know that we all have wants and needs, but I feel like if you're gonna do it, just get a picture of their license, text it to your mom or your most reliable friend, and if you can, get at least one character reference, because I feel like it's a little shady. It's a little, at least for me, I don't know. Like, I grew up with very paranoid people, and so I am very paranoid. Like, my house has a balcony in the backyard, and now it has stairs. It didn't used to have stairs, and my grandpa would say shit like, you need to lock the back door. We had two back doors for one balcony, and he would say shit like, you need to lock the back doors because someone could, what was the word? They could, I forgot what it's called, but they could take that rope thing that goes over with, like, the metal prongs. Do you know what I'm talking about? What are those called?
The grappling hook?
I want to say that's right. I don't know if that's right, but anyway. So it's like that shit Kim Possible had, that she would shoot out of a gun.
Yeah, the grappling hook.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't.
You're talking about rope and the prongs, and yeah, it's a grappling hook.
Okay, so he would assume that people would throw that over, climb up the balcony, break into not one but two doors, come in and murder us. And we're like, if people go through all that, they deserve to kill us. Like, honest to God, that's work. Like, obviously, if you're a criminal to that magnitude, you don't have a full-time job. So you're putting in your hours right here, you know? You've done what you set out to do, and you deserve this. So, but I definitely have that mentality in many ways where it's like, if you murder me, it's gonna be because you were a scrappy little trickster. It's not gonna be because we met on the internet and I went to your house, some shit like that. So, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna go now because my throat feels like people poured gravel down it. Wink. So I was supposed to have a YouTube skit coming out this week, but obviously I couldn't film it because of my death. God forbid again. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me today, but very much alive. But it's gonna be out whenever, whatever. You're all, it's all good. But just remember to subscribe to YouTube because all the video podcasts are gonna be up there. And remember, like, guys, just go out and tell people about the podcast. Like, tell your quirky aunt or your dog sitter or your local barista about it, because otherwise nothing's gonna change and I'll keep doing this forever, because this feels a lot like a diary to me, and I'm just, I'm just having a good time. So, but again, tell people, because that would be great. I feel like I'm drugged up on medication from being sick, but I'm not. I haven't taken anything. I'm just going off my immune system, which is not treating me right. But yeah, okay, so I will talk to you guys next Wednesday, and that's it. Bye.